Assalamualaikum and good morning. For today, I would like to present about direct negotiation. My group consists of me, Nurin Batrisya, F1003, 1 Mazlinda, F1045, and 1 Nur Aryani, F10X0. Introduction of an industrial dispute. A trade dispute under the Industrial Relations Act 1967 means any disagreement between the employer and workman or employee which is connected with employment or non-employment or the terms of employment or the condition of a work of such workman or employee leading to industrial action. Next is definition of a direct negotiation. Direct negotiation is a dispute resolution process between workers, union, and their employer meeting together in good faith to identify and discuss the issues at hand, present fact and supporting data, and abide by the outcome. This type of alternative dispute resolution ADR is considered as the most ideal and effective method for resolving dispute between disputing parties who tend to get along or at least willing to cooperate. Now let's move on to importance of resolving dispute. Conflict resolution is vital for manager because it helps to maintain a positive and comfortable environment for all employees. Managing conflict quickly and effectively demonstrates to employees you care about their well-being and the positive culture of the workplace. Next is impact of unresolved dispute. The first one is stress. The stress and distraction resulting from the unresolved dispute can lead to decreased focus, lower attention to detail, and reduce overall work performance. The second one is increased turnover. Persistent dispute can contribute to higher employee turnover as individuals may choose to leave the organization to escape a toxic or conflict-ridden work environment. Now let's move on to labor laws related to industrial dispute. The first one is Industrial Relations Act 1967. The Industrial Relations Act is the primary legislation governing industrial relations in Malaysia. It provides for the regulation of the relation between the employers and employees, the prevention and settlement of industrial dispute, and the promotion of industrial harmony. The second one is Trade Union Act 1959. This legislation regulates the formation, registration, and administration of trade union. It outlines the right and responsibility of trade union and their members. Now let's move on to the right and responsibility of employees. First, the right: hire suitable staff, dismiss employees, the right to run a business. The second one is responsibility: pay a fair wage, adhere to all tax regulation, and to maintain safe and healthy. Next is right and responsibility of employees. First, the right: fair wage, pay and pay slip, safe and healthy workplace, holiday and leave. The responsibility of employees: honest and trustworthy, fair day's work, respect property of employer. The last one is right and responsibility of union. First, the right: recruit new member, ask about changes in wages, take industrial action to protect members. And the responsibility of the union is not to put pressure on people to join, not to make unreasonable demands or tweet, hold secret ballot, inform employers, and take action peacefully. Now let's move on to legal procedure for managing direct negotiation. The legal procedure for managing direct negotiation can vary depending on the nature of the negotiation. However, there are some general legal considerations and steps that can be followed to ensure that direct negotiations are conducted in a lawful and effective manner. The first one is preparation and research. Before entering into direct negotiation, it is crucial to conduct thorough research and preparation. This includes understanding relevant laws, regulations, and contractual obligations that may impact the negotiation process. The second one is legal representation. Depending on the complexity of the negotiation, it may be advisable for each party to have legal representation. Attorney can provide guidance on the legal matter, review documents, and ensure that the interests of their client are protected. Now let's move on to the role of negotiation in resolving dispute. Negotiation plays a crucial role in resolving dispute by providing a structured and collaborative process for parties to reach mutually acceptable agreements. Here are the key aspects of the role of negotiation in dispute resolution. The first one is facilitating communication. Effective communication is essential for understanding the root causes of the dispute and finding areas of agreement. The second one is creating win-win solution. Successful negotiation seeks to create a win-win solution where both parties feel they have gained something of value. Now let's move on to the strategies for constructive communication during negotiation. Effective communication is essential for successful negotiation. Constructive communication can help build understanding, foster collaboration, and lead to mutual beneficial agreements. Here are some strategies for constructive communication during negotiation. The first one is active listening. Pay close attention to what the other party is saying. The second one is clarification and summarization. Summarize key points to confirm that you've accurately captured the information that has been shared. Now let's take a look at the legal process involved in direct negotiation, which is Industrial Relations Act 1967. The Industrial Relations Act 1967 is applicable throughout Malaysia and provides for the regulation of relations between employers and workmen or employees and their trade union and the prevention and settlement of trade dispute. This act emphasizes on direct negotiation between employers and employees and their trade union to settle their differences and to regulate their collective relation and to settle any dispute arising therefrom through their own effort and through mutually agreed procedure with minimal government intervention. Next, analyze the real example of industrial dispute, which is picketing. Picketing is assembling outside a workplace or location to prevent others from going to work. When the right of employees to peacefully protest in front of a place of business by carrying and displaying signs, placards, and banners, they aim to educate the public about the conflict and the employee complaint. For example, Delta Airline pilot hosted an informational picket to protest working conditions. It is where workers involved in industrial action attend a workplace to increase support for their causes. Next is strikes. Strikes refer to an action taken by a group of employees who stop working in an attempt to pressure their employer into meeting their demands. Workers strike over a wide array of issues, but the most common demands include higher wages, safer working conditions, and better benefit. For example, the manager hopes the employees don't strike during the holidays, which is happen to be a factory's busiest month. After finding out that their countries require them to go back into classroom during the coronavirus pandemic, many teachers across the country threatened to strike. That's all from me. Thank you.